Good afternoon, y'all. Shade Tree Joe here, and we're out here in the wind again. Welcome to Oklahoma. It's springtime, and we're going to do a headlight upgrade on Ethyl. The headlights I've got in there are really kind of annoying and crappy. They're functional, but you know, we get deer out here, and you really can't see jack at night. That's why I've got the little LED lights on the front bumper as well, to try and at least give me a little bit more light at night on high beam side. But went ahead and forked out the bucks, went with Holley's new stuff here. I'm going to show you that in just a quick minute. Well, there we go. Guys, please. Okay, so Holley's new retrofit LED headlights. I forked out the bucks for those. This is not a Holley sponsorship. Nobody paid me to do this. Just my own desire to go ahead and try and stay safe at night if I'm driving down the road. Kim and I go out to the drive-ins or something like that. It'd be nice to be able to see on our way home. So let me show you what we're working with. Okay, it's these guys right here. It's Holley's new RetroBright, and the ones I got are the 5K. So these should be nice and bright and white. And look at this beauty. I mean, holy cow. I wasn't expecting this. This is, you know, polished finned aluminum, nice heavy housing. Hey, how about get the product right side up? Okay, guys. So plastic lens, but the design should go ahead and disperse light like a factory headlight would. So we're gonna get rid of, well, we already had sealed beams at one point, got rid of those. And then I got some Amazon, I think they're LED, hell they might be just H3, H4, I think they're H4s. Anyway, if you've never messed with these early pickup trucks, let me tell you, the headlight buckets on these things are a pain in the butt. So we're gonna upgrade that today too. I got this kit. I spent a crap ton on headlight parts. See these three little tabs right here? These guys to retain the headlight. That's the new stuff. The old stuff had these little spring-loaded clips on the side, and they are a huge pain in the butt. If you've ever worked with them, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't worked with them, you're blessed. So I spent the bucks and got the good parts to make this work and work right and not be a headache or a pain in the butt. So we're gonna get that done today. Okay, here's the Amazon guys, and I mean, they look nice. They kind of throw okayish light, but if you live out in the country in the boondocks, they suck. They really suck. So there's that. On this guy here, you gotta take this screw, and this screw loose. Take the headlight door out, and then you go ahead and take the headlight out. Okay, so there we have the headlight door, or the trim ring, or whatever you want to call it. I got that removed now, and we're going to take this headlight bucket out, and the headlight, and I'm going to show you, and maybe I can't really see it. Okay, well, give me a second. Let me get this out, and I'll go ahead and show you how that thing gets retained. Okay, so I forgot that in order to go ahead and do this, you got to push on the spring clip release to get this ring off, and then you can undo, or once you push that in, you can pull this chrome piece off, and then the headlight basically falls out. It's a pain in the butt, and I got to do these little clutch head screws. These guys are a treat, that 1950s technology. But clutch head screws, I'm going to take all three of these guys, 3 or 4, looks like 4. Take those guys out, take this whole bucket out, because that's going to get replaced anyway, and then we can go ahead and get to business. Alright, so there's that spring right there by my finger that you got to go ahead and depress down in to get that stainless ring off, to be able to go ahead and change the headlight out. And that thing, I can tell you from experience, is a huge pain in the butt. I completely forgot about it, and then when I realized what I was going to have to encounter. So let's screw it. I went ahead and bought the upgrade buckets. So no more of those headaches, just 3 simple screws, and we're done. Okay, so there it is undone. If you take a look at this spring, it curves back, so it really tries to hook. And then you're battling this other little spring down here. That guy down in there. So you're battling 2 springs. You're going to go ahead and get this stainless ring on to go ahead and get the headlight in place. It's a huge pain in the butt. Okay, I'm going to tell you right now, I did not go ahead and do a before and after video. I just wanted to get this done, in all honesty. Please ignore the wind. Anyway, I will go ahead and give you a quick comparison because I've got one headlight hooked up on low beam and I got the other one still left to do, but just take a quick look at this and you can imagine what the difference is going to be like at night. Okay, so there's my low beam on the driver's side. There is the shiny new Holley light. Holy Hannah, check that sucker out. Okay, I guarantee this is going to make a huge difference at night. Plus that beam pattern's a whole lot better than what this other one's going to be, or has been. The other neat thing is that these Holley lights, the housings actually go ahead and, well, I've got the chrome ring on there now, but I was going to say that the 3 rectangles that go ahead and position the bulb into the bucket, they work just like factory. Okay, the original seal beam glass bulbs, those things will go ahead and seat right in the bucket, and this does the same thing. It's no grinding, no manipulating, no funny business whatsoever. It's plug and play, baby. Okay, so there we have it, old versus new. I haven't put the trim ring in, or the headlight door, whatever you want to call it. I have not put that back in yet because I still need to aim the headlights, and that's going to need to be out before I can do that. And I've still got the other one to do. So it's starting to get dark, and let me show you what this is going to look like one for one in the truck. Okay, so there we have it, old versus new. Old and new Hotness. And that sucker is bright. Let me switch beams here real quick. I'm not certain if I got it on high beam or not, but give me a minute. Let me figure out what's what. Okay, and I'll tell you right now, the reason I can't figure out if I'm on high beam or low beam is because the blue LED at my dashboard's burned out, defective, whatever, and I need to replace it. I think this is going to be low beam. Well, no. Heck, no, this should be high beam here because the driving lights are not on. So, anyway, that's where we stand right now. This is a good look. Those things are really bright compared to the others, and they're nice, clean white light, kind of like modern headlights. So I can't wait to go ahead and get these aimed in, get them both installed, and I might do some night video just because. So we'll see. Okay, again, this is kind of worthless because I don't have any video to compare to, but just to give you some idea, all right, there's Jimmy off in the distance at probably 200 feet, give or take, 150, 200 feet. So, here's what I'm going to do. The headlights are off right now. It's getting to be dusk a little bit. It turned overcast on us, so there's that. But Ethel's window down so we can do this comparatively. Okay, quit jacking around, Jimmy. All right, so check this out. Headlights off. Headlights on. I believe that's low beam. And there's high beam. Low beam. Wait. There we go. There's high beam. There's low beam. So you can see by the reflection on Jimmy's bumper out there. There's high beam. There's low beam. And we'll go back around front here. Okay. That's low beam right there. I know it really doesn't tell a whole lot, but just for informational purposes, and there is high beam. I will tell you that with the design of these lights, they are going to distribute the light a lot better than those H4s that I had. Again, they were Amazon, you know. Nothing wrong with them. They worked. They just didn't work great. And you know, living out in the boondocks, you got deer, you got cows, you got stuff in the road that shouldn't be in the road. And I would much rather be able to see where I'm going and not have to worry about it. Not have to have like 20 light bars or a freaking light bar that goes across from one side of the bumper to the other. I mean, that's ridiculous. You're blinding people. There's no call for that. And I don't want to blind people. I just want to be able to go ahead and see. And that's why I wanted these lights, because again, the distribution should go ahead and keep from blinding oncoming traffic, but at the same time allow me to see adequately. All right, so anyway, there's that for the day. Yeah, you see the light shining up underneath my hat there. So anyway, that's that for the day. I've got other projects to do. I'm trying to go ahead and get Ethyl dialed in. Things got kind of wonky. I got the high voltage issue resolved, or at least as far as the charging, at 15 and a half volts. Did go put in a external regulator rather than relying on the computer. And in the process of doing so, I realized, hey, guess what, dumb butt? You found a ground on the main ground that should have been hooked up on the engine long ago. It was part of the salvage wire harness that I got, and the end had been cut off with a big yellow butt splice on the end of it, and I just didn't even realize that that was a ground until I got done hooking up the external regulator and testing it out. So now that I know that, I may or may not go back in and switch back over to the computer to regulate. I know it's not a computer issue. I've got 3 different computers and they were all charging at the same rate. So it's a wiring issue, and I may have it solved now. I can't guarantee it, but you know, it is what it is. It's Saturday evening. I've got to catch up on the mowing. As you can see behind me, if the ground starts to dry out a little bit more, it's still kind of swamp behind me. And I've got a bunch of other things to do, and I've started a new job at Burris Logistics. I drive their supply truck for them. I am their truck driver. It's good money. It's good. It's great benefits, much better than the city, and I still get my retirement from the state. So it's a win-win all the way around. I'm actually making more now than I was 23 years as a police officer. So I like it. I'm happy with it. It's simple, and I don't have to deal with all the drama and all the headache that you officers out there have to, and I do not miss it. I feel for you. Wow, this headlight thing is just really throwing the camera for a loop. And there we go. Check it out. All right. So anyway, y'all have a wonderful night. Be safe, be good to each other, and we'll see you next go around. Okay, so one more example here. Sun's down, folks' security lights are on. Here we go. We have no headlights on. And let's see, that would be low beam, high beam. Low beam, high beam. Okay, pretty nice distribution there. Those suckers do light up. I really am impressed. Holley did a wonderful job with these things. My only concern, if there's one to be had, is when these housings, because they are the lenses are plastic, what's the answer down the road when they go ahead and age out like plastic headlights do? Because these guys are pricey. I know you can get the LED sector of it replaced. I'm hoping that Holley will have a replacement by the time they need to be done. Let's see. There we go. So anyway, like I said, that's my concern. I don't know that it's an issue yet, but I expect that it will be at some point in the future. Let's take a look here. Yep. I stand corrected. That's high beam. That's high beam right there. So there's those guys, and I'd take us for a drive and check this out, but I've got so many tools and so much junk in the cab right now from doing all this today and a few other things. Okay, there's low beam, and that, keep in mind that's also got the work lights on. That might be high beam. I may be bass backwards on this. It's been a long day. I've been building fence before I did all this, and I'm feeling a little retarded. So don't mind me. I'm a little special tonight. I'm just looking at the fence back there. You see the fence post. That guy right there back in the trees. Okay, so anyway, looking at that, yeah, I got the work lights on, but the work lights don't really count. They don't throw that much, definitely not much in the way of distance because I got them set low. Okay, so there's low beam, there's high beam, gotcha. Okay, so anyway, good light distribution. I do like them. And that's it, I'm rambling, I'm gonna call it a night. Y'all be good to each other, stay safe, and we'll see you next time. This is Shade Tree Joe. Y'all have a good one.